Hey there, I'm Denise Dunleavy. I'm an animal communicator and intuitive, and I just had something come up recently that I wanted to talk about. I was talking to an animal communication student of mine who said she was practicing on her pets, and she had had good luck talking to her dog, but she wasn't communicating as well with the cats. And she said, I think they're just cats being cats. And it made me think of a few other things that have come up during my time of communicating with animals. One time I was telling somebody what I do, and he said, "Oh, that's great that you can talk to dogs, but who wants to talk to cats?" So this person obviously had some preconceived ideas about what cats are like. He obviously didn't really care for them. And there was another experience I had when I was first learning this and still practicing. I asked one of my friends if I could talk to their cats to practice. And he said, "Oh, my cats won't have anything to say anyway." Which brings me to the topic today, getting inside the mind of a cat. If you think that your cat isn't going to have anything to say, then it's not. Nothing will come through. You are immediately blocking that level of communication. And also, to me, that means putting limitations on the relationship that you can have with your cats. So I think it's important to point out that we set our own limitations by believing what is possible. If you are open to getting messages or information from your cats, then I can assure you that they will talk to you. I personally believe that all animals have something to say. They all have thoughts, feelings, beliefs, ideas, and our human beliefs and thoughts can get in the way of that. So I just wanted to bring this up because even I had some preconceived notions about cats. When I was growing up, my best friend had a cat, and that was really my only exposure to them. And I thought that this cat really just kind of slept all the time. It didn't feel like it had a lot of personality or was really a member of the family. But that was based on one experience. Now that I have had the opportunity to work with cats, I know that they have a wide range of personalities and things that they want to talk about. So, my second point that I want to bring up is that the species of animal is really not what's most important. Every single animal is an individual. And I find that the conversations are more dependent on the personality of the animal. You could have any kind of animal that doesn't feel like talking on any given day. Some of them are more shy than others, and some are more outgoing. So, the unique animal is going to have more of an impact on the conversation than the type of animal that it is. I do have people say to me all the time, "Oh, it must be much easier to talk to dogs than to cats." And that really isn't the case. It just depends on your experience with the unique being that you're sharing energy with or that happens to be in front of you. I also want to share that it has been amazing to get to talk to some non-traditional pets. I just talked to a bat for a first time the other day, and this bat was talking about having a baby, and what was coming through was premature. I kept hearing that this baby was premature. And the woman who was my client leads a bat rescue, which is how this all came about. And she said the bat did have two babies, and one of them survived, and one of them didn't. And she said that's just very common for bats to have offspring that don't survive. But it was very interesting because this particular bat seemed to have some kind of motherly instinct that it was upset about losing one of its babies. And that's not something that you might expect from a bat. I certainly didn't know really what to expect. And I've also been able to talk to pet rabbits and rats, hamsters. Another unique animal that I got to talk to was an alpaca. And this was a woman who owned this alpaca farm had formerly worked at a zoo, so she had a lot of experience and was kind of a parent to these alpacas. And what one of them told me was, "I miss my friend." And one of the other alpacas had passed away. And this one that I was talking to was obviously grieving. And again, we might not expect that. It is so important to be open to whatever comes through and release some of the limiting beliefs that you might have about particular types of animals because they are all special, unique beings, just like every human is. So I just want to encourage you on your journey, whether you are interacting with squirrels when you're on a hike or whether you're trying to better understand your own pets, to be open minded and accept the idea that anything is possible. You never know what they might have to say.